Welcome back. Let's get started with Python. Today we will set up the software and write our first program. First, we need to install Python and Visual Studio Code in your web browser. Please navigate to python.org. Select the appropriate installation for your operating system. Once the file has been downloaded, you need to install it on your computer. After you have installed Python, please navigate your browser to code.visualstudio.com, just like before. Download and install Visual Studio. Launch Visual Studio. We need to complete one more step so that Visual Studio knows how to handle Python. Click on the Extensions button on the left edge of the software. This will open up all of the available extensions for Visual Studio Code. Let's narrow the options to just Python. Type Python in the search bar at the top left of the Extensions panel. Look for Python by Microsoft. It should be the first option. Click the Install button. Visual Studio Code may need to restart after installing the Python tools. You can close the Extensions tab by clicking on the Extensions button again. Now let's open a terminal window. The terminal window gives us a command line interface to work with our project. You will be using the command line interface, or CLI. Frequently when working with programming projects, click on Terminal in the menu at the top, select New Terminal and press Enter. This will open the terminal window at the bottom. In Windows, you might have the choice of a PowerShell terminal or command terminal. Either is fine. You should now see a command line prompt in the terminal window. It is time to write our first program. By tradition, the first program is a Hello World program. By completing the Hello World, you are able to make sure that everything is working correctly on your system. This is an important first step and can save a lot of time and headaches later. To create our Hello World program, we will use the print command. You will find that the print command is one of the most useful commands in any programming language. It will simplify debugging your software in the future. To start our program, we will need a file to store the commands. In the terminal window, type code hello.py. py is the file extension used for Python programs. You should always include the file extension when creating a new file. The command code hello.py created a new file in the editor window above and gave it the name hello.py. You can also use the menu file, New File, to create a file. Back in your editor window, click on line 1 and type print parenthesis quote hello world quote close parenthesis. You are now ready to run your program. In the terminal window, type python hello.py. This command tells Visual Studio to use the Python interpreter to convert the script that you just wrote into something that the computer can understand. If everything is correct, you will see hello world below the command. There is a second way to run your program in Visual Studio. Click on Run, then start debugging in the menu bar. The first time you use the Run command, Visual Studio Code will ask which interpreter to use for your program. Select Python file and press Enter. You can now open the Run and Debug tab on the far left. This will allow you to click the blue Run and Debug button, which does the same thing as typing Python and the program's file name in the terminal window. You should see your Hello World message in the terminal window after pressing the Run and Debug button. If you do not like how cluttered your terminal window becomes, you can always type clear or CS in the terminal to clear the content. In our next tutorial, we will be learning about functions and how to use them in Python. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the new tutorials. See you soon.